Aqua gang, gang, gang. What it do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general message from my beautiful Aquarian soul family, my Aqua gang in this thing. The energy is something else today, you guys, okay? So a little bit of a disclaimer. Be sure if you have anything going on with your mental health to maybe come back to this a little bit later. It feels a little bit heavier than usual. Holy angels and spirit guides, please come through. Give us exactly what it is that we need to know in regards to the energy showing up for Aquarius. Sun and rising, Venus signs. Please take what resonates, y'all, okay? Don't force anything to fit, okay? Take what resonates, don't force anything to fit. Cross watchers, if you happen to be dealing with an Aquarius, place yourself where you belong in the storyline. Y'all take a moment and click that like button, okay? Yeah, my energy feels kind of all over the place. Let me just try to gather myself real quick, y'all. And I feel like whoever this is, right, I feel like I'm picking up on their energy. I feel like they're trying to throw it your way. They want to share. They want to share this heaviness, this weight. I feel like you bypassed something. You opted out of something. You unsubscribed. I don't feel sorry for them. But whatever happened to them for them to get like this does make me sad. Shoot a little comment down below, a little hey girl, hey, whatever you want to say back, okay? Whatever you, don't be rude, say it back, okay? Whatever you want to add about the reading, you can do that as well. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. We would love to have you come and join the gang. Click the notification bell because that'll let you know when I upload, okay? So let's go ahead and jump in. Let me kind of not... Okay, so there was a song. The song took me aback, y'all. I'm not even going to lie, okay? No pain, no gain. Two-Face is in the reverse, yeah. So it's like... Okay, give me a moment. No pain, no gain. You unsubscribed from this. This person is used to, like, inflicting pain. They're used to duality, or being able to reside and really show up duality, right? Two different facets of them, two different sides. There's a really ugly side to this person, though. Maybe all of you haven't experienced the true toxic side of this person. For some of you, only got the very beginning, okay? But there's a lot of pent-up anger, rage, bitterness, resentment, pain, turmoil, okay? Broken pieces that this person is trying to hold together. One side of them shows up very beautifully. This would be how you even got involved with this person. But there is another side, okay? Jekyll and Hyde energy for sure. No pain, no gain to me, though, suggests that take the good with the bad, right? When they give you the good side, you can always rest assured that that other shoe will motherfucking drop. So this person is a piece of work. I don't know how much of this anger, rage, resentment that you experienced, but for some of you, it only took one time. You unsubscribe from this. So when I'm hearing the song No Pain, No Gain, this is somebody who feels like, or maybe they experienced in their life, those two sides, right? Like this is what they were taught. And you're supposed to thug it out. You're supposed to stick it out for the sake of love, but I feel like you didn't. Yeah, so we have doubts that came out in the reverse, right? I feel like without a shadow of a doubt, you may be seeing this person for who they truly are. And you may also be seeing that this is maybe a pattern of some sort. Very karmic energy attached to this person. Not just in terms of the two of you together. I feel like this person's whole life path is karmic. They came into this lifetime in a very karmic family setting. Most of their relationships have been extremely karmic. We can all be someone's karmic. But I'm not going to lie. I do feel like this person has they have an extreme amount of karmic energy attached to them. Past life shit, okay? So they've had it rough from the very beginning. but they put on a facade, like they put on a face, they put on a good front. They may be a jokester, they may be somebody who tells a lot of jokes, they may be somebody who comes off as very confident, they may be someone who comes off as like full of life, light, airy, fluffy, right? But I feel like whoever gets the closest to them, you get both the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? Like you get the good with the bad, and to them that's love. And it does make me sad because I feel like this person wants to love. I don't feel like they've ever experienced love before, not even from their parental figures. See how this karmic ties card I keep trying to put it back there, right? To get it just right. So this is somebody who may struggle with perfectionism. This anger, resentment, this rage may come out at the slightest bit of criticism, the slightest bit of, you know, expressing to this person that you feel something is missing, or you feel like there's a missed opportunity, or even expressing a need. They may snap. This person has a lot of triggers. Now, I want to be very honest. This is not like to fearmonger, of course, right? Like there's no imminent danger. This is all emotional turmoil, right? Like this is somebody who has harmed people, but not in the physical way. Okay. We have betrayal that came out in the reverse. So this person feels like it doesn't matter how toxic a relationship is, you do not like betray. They may have been left a lot, even if they didn't share this with you. This person continues to get rejected because they are refusing to see this other side as them. This other side of them, they're refusing to see that it's something that needs to be worked on, that this is a shadow, that it can be released. It's not just this inevitable part of them that they can never let go of, that they can never release. I'm not going to lie. I do feel quite sad for this person's energy. Now, do I feel sad that they go around inflicting pain upon people who trigger them? No, I don't. Because no matter what you've been through, at some point in time, you have to take accountability for how you're conducting yourself as an adult. This person might not feel like an adult, though. It doesn't matter how old they are, right? Like they still struggle with whatever this is from their childhood. Okay. It may fuck with their sleep. It may really like mess with them on a daily basis. This is why, I'm hearing like a hairline trigger. It doesn't take much to trigger this person. And then they turn into this rageful bitch, like this rageful individual. Okay, they may do things that are vindictive. They may seek out to betray because they feel betrayed, even though nobody knows what the triggers are, right? Hairline trigger. I'm also hearing like, what is it called when you're walking on I'm getting the visualization of walking on, what is it called, you guys? A bomb. You don't know it's there, though. The words escape me. Please put it in the comments. A mine. I can't grasp it right now, you guys. Okay, the words escape me, but it's like a bomb that you don't know is there. A hairline trigger is what I keep hearing as well. So you may have triggered this person, but I feel like you got the fuck out of Dodge, or you unsubscribed from this. You could see your own patterns in this, and you're opting out for the majority of you, or you will be. You're refusing to sit around and be betrayed multiple times, over and over and over again. This energy is done for in this lifetime for you. You're done with this. So it is giving the sentiment of somebody who's no longer subscribing to karmic lessons because you've learned them, and someone who is very comfortable in the karmic lessons and almost feel like taking the good with the bad is love, because that's all they've ever known, that's all they've ever experienced, and they do expect that level of loyalty in all connections. So they do feel abandoned, right? This person's abandonment wound runs deep. This might not be something that they have shared with you, right? This gives abandonment wound too, like broken promises, but it's just like you can't expect somebody to stay with you just for the sake of staying with you through the good, the bad, and the ugly, through toxicity. That's love to this person. So they are currently struggling, or they will be. There's some kind of break that's happening here. They're going to feel extremely betrayed, but so will you. So it's like a lose-lose. It doesn't feel like anybody feels like they're winning, okay? Even if you're getting away, I don't feel either one of you are getting away unscathed. And I also feel like you definitely are viewing this person as to blame, and they're viewing you as to blame. Because to them, you're supposed to stick it out through and through no matter what. And for you, it's just like, no, I'm not going to like tolerate bullshit. I'm not going to sit here and just accept whatever for the sake of love. Are you kidding me? Like, no, that's not even love. You don't even know you don't know what love is. Ooh. Is that a Summer Walker song? I think that's a Summer Walker lyric. You don't know what love is. Ooh, now I'm hearing, there's another, this is a Solange lyric. Dancing in the Dark. But you can't love me if you don't even love yourself. So I feel like this person puts a lot of pressure on people that they get into relationships with to fill this void, to make them feel accepted, to make them feel wanted. But once this other side jumps out, I feel like they continue to get left behind. Unfortunately, it looks like you're choosing that route as well. This might be like a breaking point for this person for sure. This is, like I said, not to fearmonger you. These are just the things going on internally. Hopefully this is something that allows them to finally want to address the issue, because like how many times, it's sort of like, you're going to keep touching the stove? How many times do you want to get burnt out this mug? Like, seriously. How many times do you want to get left behind? Look, the chariot in the reverse. How many times? How many cycles, my guy? How many cycles, my girl? How many? We have Seven of Cups. This person, like I said, it's like deceptive, this individual. Like when you meet them on the outside, they do pose as somebody who is fantastical, right? Whimsical, light, airy, you know, full of life. But internally, the struggle is real. There is a lot of darkness that they suppress, and I almost get that they pretend, right? Like they just kind of turn on and off. It's only those who get the closest to them. And a lot of the times that is romantic partnerships, right? You become the most intimate and close with somebody in those kind of connections. And so those are the people who get the brunt of their blows. Okay? With the Nine of Wands. These are the wounded warriors. There could be multiple, right? Seven of Cups does signify multiple people. But I feel like things are coming to a head. This person is definitely needing to just stay single. I feel like they, this is somebody who struggles with being alone, because when they're alone, to them, it solidifies that they don't deserve, which is what they think about themselves anyway. So I feel like they try to force themselves into relationships and connections, but this one is different. This separation, okay, it's cutting loose this attachment to the toxicity. It's like things that they can no longer unsee. They can't just blindfold themselves to this. They may feel like they have connected with you on a deeper level than anybody else. So this disconnection is not just triggering the abandonment wound on a surface level, like maybe they were in the past where they were able to just hop over to the next. This is like stopping them in their tracks. Like they almost cannot breathe. And I don't mean to sound dramatic, but that's what they're saying, okay? And it doesn't even have to be a full disconnect. This could just be them not hearing from you, right? Them not hearing from you. You may be refusing their phone calls or refusing to see them or becoming more busy, you know, limiting access, whatever, to whatever level it is a lot less than what you were giving. And that is a hairline trigger for this person with the devil right here, okay? This person may throw little things like that out of proportion. They have really struggled with trust issues in this relationship because they find it hard to trust anyone. They don't trust themselves. They haven't really learned how to trust. since very young. Like I said, this is not an excuse for them, but it's just, damn. You know what I'm saying? We have the Temperance. You slowed this you slowed it all the way down. You slowed this buggy down, if not bringing it to a complete stop, a halt. Your self-control is sticking out to this person. They thought that you were more attached to them than what you're leading on right now, okay? And they went off. They did something, okay? There's anger, resentment. They could have cursed you out. They could have said some terrible things. Things to want to make you feel the way you made them feel, even though them feeling that way has everything to do with what they're holding on to internally and not you purposefully trying to stick a dagger, you know what I mean, in their wounds. You did, but it wasn't intentional. So whatever they did to get back at you or to level the playing field with Temperance here, they definitely regret it, right? Like, huge regrets here. There's no backpedaling. There's no walking this back, right? Like, some of the things that they may have said they can't take back. Some of the things that they may have did they cannot take back, even though they want to, with betrayal in the reverse. Chariot in the reverse is also significant. This may have really been messing with you emotionally. Now, please keep in mind that my readings are fluid, right? They're general, but they're also fluid, timeless. So the timing may be different for all of you as we're here as a collective of Aquarians, okay? With the Chariot in the reverse, though, it's either already significant or it will be a great deal of significance here in the near future. Because the Chariot is not just affecting you, them, it's affecting you as well, right? When I see the Nine of Wands, you got a lot of skin in the game. Even if you don't feel like you have had a lot of time with this person, it's like maybe the fantasy, right? Maybe you had already envisioned how things could go, how things would be. And you envisioned that with the charming side of this person, okay? With the loving and nurturing side of this person. So how are you reconciling your mind this monster that may have shown up or that might show up, right? Like saying whatever, doing whatever. Like, who are you? It's messed up. Like, it might really be messing with you mentally, emotionally. So please show yourself some grace. Yeah, you slowed this buggy all the way down. You went from putting in 120 billion% to Nathaniel. And if you're wondering if they feel it, yeah. Yes. But I feel like this person thinks that, like I said, you have a lot of self-control. So even if you are feeling this, they don't think you are. Because to them, right, this is somebody who operates out of toxicity. So when it comes to toxic relationships, we fight, we argue, we bicker, you chase me, you know, you curse me out, you show up at the job, you know what I'm saying? You slash my tires, you break my windows, like you do all, that's what you do when you're in love. But you're not doing any of that. I mean, you're not doing anything. Not even communicating for some of you. Where all of the pentacles now reside with you. You're no longer pouring into this. You're not entertaining it. So the choppy waters that they cultivated, they want somebody to swim in them with, right? They want somebody in the ring with them. You decided to leave this shit here for them, and you got the fuck on, or you will. And I feel like it's not until then that this person is having this epiphany about their ways, about their attachments, about their traumas, right? There's secrets here that they feel like they haven't told you. Did we not see secrets earlier? I believe we did. Yeah. There's like lots of guilt and shame in terms of their past. There are things that they maybe never unveiled to you. There are some things that you do know, but you don't know everything. But I feel like you're making this person address it, right? Like they feel like they're in a living nightmare. Especially since you're not reacting to their behavior the way the others have. Because that would be more like, right, that makes sense, right? Because that's how love goes. But yeah, no, when it comes to you, that's not how it goes. That's not how it's going. This could be an earth sign for some of you. We definitely have Capricorn here. Only take it if it resonates, guys, okay? Sagittarius on the table as well. But lots of earth. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Even if this person is not an earth sign, maybe they deem themselves to be an earth sign, meaning they ground themselves with this other face that they normally wear. You triggered them beyond a point that they've ever been triggered before. Like I said, it was unintentional, but that is what went down. And someone who was once charming and friendly and receptive and open and warm, and someone who you may have really started to think about a future with, showed you a side of them that they are extremely ashamed of. I'm not going to lie, okay? It's sort of like they thought this would be different with you, because maybe this could be the first time that they felt this triggered with you before. It could have been going really well, very smoothly. Regardless of if the Nine of Wands is here or not, this is an ongoing battle for this person. I'm talking about specifically with them, because you might feel like they've been on the messy mess, right? You might feel like this person has been on BS. But in terms of them, right, how it normally goes in connections in the past, they haven't gotten triggered to this level yet. And they thought maybe it was because of you, right? Like they thought maybe you were this beacon of light. Oh, look, like an alchemic being. Gender doesn't matter, right? An empress, an emperor, somebody who's going to heal this side of them without them having to actually do the work, because they were able to wear the Jekyll face for so long until this trigger came along and it really messed up everything. They thought that they were kind of they thought that they had escaped this turmoil, guys. This version of themselves. They thought that you brought that out of them, right? They thought maybe it was all of the other connections was why they were this monster, why they were turned into this other version of themselves, but you don't bring that out of them. So maybe they started to believe that it was actually gone until the trigger really came. And so now they have no choice but to look at themselves, right? It was giving them an excuse to not do the work because things were going so well, in their opinion. In their opinion. And if you were having an issue with this person, the only reason why they wouldn't know is because maybe you were holding out, not really telling them everything up front right away. You may have really been trying to preserve this person's feelings. You're very intuitive, especially if you're here with me. So you may have been able to see the fragile sides of this person. You are a humanitarian, right? You really care a lot about humanity and about people and about people's feelings, and you protect people until they cross you, you know? So you were protecting this person in a way, meaning even if you explained to them the ways in which they needed to work on things, it didn't come off in a way that would have triggered them. Okay, it wasn't blunt. It wasn't straight shooter pow pow. But it may have become that at some point in time. They wanted to get you back, but now they're like, it's like they blacked out or something. They're kicking themselves. They hate that they did that. It's like they almost couldn't control themselves. Ooh, that's what that is. Because they kept mentioning your self-control, but I feel like it's more about this person's self-control. They lost control. They were trying so hard not to let that other side come out. And it didn't for a while until it fucking did. Like, you cannot avoid. You cannot avoid your traumas. You can't. Like, they will always show up. The only way out is through. So they thought you were this like magical being, somebody who fixed them. When in all actuality, I feel like you were either not telling them everything or trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, trying to go easy on them, or it just didn't come out at that moment, right? It didn't come out until it did. So we have the Four of Swords. This person is definitely in hiding since whatever went down. They're trying to heal, but there's really no healing without them contemplating and thinking about what they did, which is a nightmare, okay? What they said, a nightmare, okay? Like lots of shame, lots of guilt. You didn't deserve that. I'm hearing that as well. That doesn't mean that you have to take this person back or still deal with them, but this is just where they are. This is where their mind is currently, okay? Bottom of the deck, they're saying, okay, the World card, yep, like unsubscribed. But I also feel like this cycle is changing for this person as well, whether you know it or not. This feels like a catalyst for change for them. They never wanted to change before until now. Like, it never became more clearer to them. Their issues, who they are as a person. They're disgusted with themselves. I'm not going to lie, right? That's also why I didn't feel the need to go on them, go off on them, go in on them as much as I normally do. Let's hop over to the extended, okay? We're going to really dig in and see where this person believes things are heading. What are their purest feelings in terms of the forward movement of this connection? If there are any regrets, let's go ahead and look into the details of that. That's going to let you know if this person is really on par with the true issue, and that'll also let you know if they know what they need to fix. Because if you don't know what you need to fix, how can you fix it? Exactly. We'll see what karma this person has to face in order for them to evolve into this new cycle. That doesn't mean that they're going to be with you, but for those of you who care, right, we're going to look into that. We'll also see what changes they have already been forced to make and what changes they may still need to make. Also very important. We'll look into their next steps and their intentions behind those next steps so that you can be fully prepared and make the best decisions for yourself. And we will look at the best possible outcome, whether you decide to re-engage this or go in the opposite direction. No judgment, y'all. We're going to look at both. Okay, we're going to look at both. I first want to look at what blockages may be clouding your judgment. Okay, that's for those of I feel like that needs to be addressed. I'm just hearing that. Any blockages that could cloud your judgment, hinder your forward movement, slow you down, create obstacles that are unnecessary in terms of attracting new people. Okay, we no longer want to be attracting the same thing. You're cutting these karmic ties. We need new, we need high vibrations, high frequencies only. Okay, and we also need to see what Spirit suggests you do to remove these blockages ASAP prior to your forward movement, and then we will look at the new. Okay? New love, new money, new cycles, baby. Okay, all the new. We'll get the details behind that so you can also be prepared for what's ahead and make the best decisions for yourself. And we'll pull advice and time frames on both old and new. All right, so without further ado, click the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. I'm going to put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box. We got a lot to unpack, so baby, let's go.